Hi everybody, welcome to the Mac Life Show. I'm Robbie.
And I'm Flo.
This week we're going to talk about Bertrand Serlet leaving Apple.
And Apple's released a software update for Snow Leopard.
And AT&T is finally doing something with all that text messaging money you've been sending them. They're buying T-Mobile. And of course this.
Apparently I'm a foot taller.
Nobody knows why. All that on this week's Mac Life Show. So after working for 22 years with Steve Jobs, Bertrand Serlet is finally leaving Apple. Bertrand started working with Steve in 1989 at Next when Steve had been exiled from Apple. He started a new company, Next, and then when Steve went back to Apple in 1997, Bertrand came along and he helped build OS X, our favorite operating system. Wow, 22 years with the same guy is a pretty long time, and Bertrand is leaving to work on science.
It's for science.
Possibly not with Thomas Dolby, but if he is, that would be awesome.
Susie's really going to miss him.
Bertrand is one of our favorite, if not our favorite, Apple executives. He's always making fun of Microsoft. Just look up Bertrand Serlet on YouTube.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious. So Godspeed, Bertrand. And we're going to miss you at WWDC.
Apple's released an update for Snow Leopard this week. 10.6.7 will include stability and bug fixes for things like Back to My Mac and the Mac App Store. So if you haven't updated already, I would suggest that you do, unless you're in the middle of a project. Hold off just a little bit longer until you're done with said project, because you never know what could happen when you do a software update.
So if you're curious what AT&T has been doing with all that text messaging money you've been throwing at them every month, turns out they've been saving it up to buy T-Mobile. The deal is $39 billion. Billion. With a B. They're buying T-Mobile from Deutsche Telekom, and they expect the deal to go through in about 12 months. AT&T says this will bring advanced LTE capabilities and will strengthen their network, which, I mean, if I can make a phone call on my iPhone in a year without it, dropping every 5 seconds, hooray.
Well worth it.
Well worth it. And finally, if you're probably wondering, what happened to Flo?
I'm riding on a unicorn. No, actually, I'm standing on one of Maximum PC's old Dells right now. It's giving me a little bit of height, so I could be up here with Robbie, so we're at the same level. Bring a little bit of synergy between our heights.
So yeah, there was I think if you've seen our old videos, Flo's
I'm shorter
like this
than
tall,
Robbie.
And I'm this tall. So she looked like, I don't want to say a hobbit, an elf, and I look like an orc.
I want to be an elf. No,
an
but
orc.
aren't elves taller? So I was a hobbit and he was an elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. So now we're going to fix this, the new show. Thanks for watching the new show. And we'll be back next week with more news from the Mac Life compound.